Let me get this straight. You blew up a building.
2 CIs and the CEO of 22andU.
2 competing federal agencies with the same mission.
I don't understand why those Fed a-holes are so darn mean.
To protect the public from the scourge of dangerous misinformation.
You know those bum idiots. This is all them. We had a solid case.
The word entrapment, not even in their vocabulary.
The explosives we provided were fake.
Sworn to a duty to always tell the truth.
We have no indication at this time that this was a deliberate act.
We're all being transferred.
To where?
The only place currently with openings. Alaska.
Good morning.
Welcome to the office, huh?
And we got the retro feel. You know, the funny about federal buildings, they're all different, but they're still somehow all the same.
Oh, good morning, Agent Walker. At the coffee station. We actually drew straws before he got here, and I won, so we get to work together.
Let's get started. Let's see if we can't stir something up.
Let's give it a minute. I like to warm up the truth muscles, a little coffee beforehand.
Well, what do you want to do first?
What do we have for a surveillance van?
Oh, wow. I got a Ford Explorer. We don't have a surveillance van.
Do you put many cases here?
Cases?
Yeah, cases. We're the tip of the spear when it comes to protecting American democracy.
You really believe this? You really believe that people posting crap online is going to cause our country to crumble?
I think the work that we do is important.
We don't have a surveillance van.
Me and some people got one. We've never needed one.
We need a surveillance van. We need a big case or a CI who can lead us to a big case.
What do you need the van for?
Surveillance.
CIs, or confidential informants, are the lifeblood of any good law enforcement agency. Public posts on social media are one of the best ways to find CIs. Agents would never use coercion or take things out of context to try and persuade someone to become a confidential informant.
New Taylor Swift single is absolute fire. I'm just seeing a lot of incendiary and violent language here.
Agents always need to be on their toes and ready to make snap decisions.
Is there anything I can do for you guys?
Actually, David, there is something you can do for us.
Chicky nuggies.
Chicken nuggies.
What?
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. McDonald's cheeseburger.
Burger King.
Burger King cheeseburger.
Flame broiled.
And chicken nuggets.
Oh, baby, know you're gonna like it. I wanna be your beaver pilot. Said, honey, know you're gonna like it. I wanna be.
Awesome, right?
Is this a loner?
This thing's totally legit.
What is this? It's got windows!
We are here. Happy American Day.
4th of July, yes.
Huzzah. Tax-free tea.
Tax-free joy.
Oh, yeah, but tea.
Tax-free to tea, that's right. We don't pay a tea tax.
We're not going to pay your tea tax.
Yes.
I think that's exactly how it sounded, too.
They don't pay tea tax.
We're not going to pay your tea tax. You stink.
Good sir, we shall not render our tea for taxation.
Although, full disclosure, dressing up like Native Americans is cultural appropriation.
Yeah, right. We thought that was racist.
Joe Dias is not Robbie. This is Joe Dias.
Uh-huh.
Only on Fridays. She's only Joe Dias on Fridays while we're here. Not Joe Dias any other time or place. Guys, we crossed a freaking
It's insane.
A huge mountain today. We summited, or we're at least on the way to the summit.
No, I think we've summited certainly a peak of the mountain.
Oh, yeah. No, I got you. Yes.
We're at, mid-level camp. There's very little oxygen where we are.
Oh, there is. I just episode 1 is out there. It's in the world. It's out there. All of the hours that we spent, like you were saying earlier. I mean, 23 January. I mean, it was
absolutely.
It was like January 2nd of 2023.
Yep.
Jody,
It was the very beginning of the year.
Yeah, when we had lunch at the.
Yeah, I was hoping Robbie was going to tell me some amazing money-making scheme of how I was going to survive and save my business. And his money-making scheme was
artist.
Yeah, right. It was like a long-term money-making scheme. And I'm like, damn it.
And in fact, money making still debatable.
It hasn't made a freaking thing yet, but we've had fun doing it. So
We've had fun.
I just,
tax-free.
Nope, we have not made we've spent this thing.
You spent. I don't got no money. But no, this is a well worth endeavor to put our time and our talents in, and so work with our local talent here and to just have fun in Anchorage with our friends and make art.
Oh yeah, no, exactly, and make a statement too. Part of it, but hey, let's watch it because we've got an episode. So
let's watch it. I'm ready.
Get another view on our YouTube channel.
We're gonna go viral day 1.
Ryan.
All right.
Here we go.
Take it away.
Hey, give it a like real quick.
There he did.
I know this house.
Yeah, whereas I was like, that's interesting.
I've seen this before.
This place before.
I like that receipt flying in the wind. It's a nice touch.
Jet Set Deliveries. I hope you say your Jet Set Deliveries. That's our tagline.
They make you say that? What are you doing with your arms?
I'm an airplane. I'm an airplane.
I'm sorry. These corporations today, let me get you some more money. I've never actually used this service before. I had a free coupon, so I thought I'd give them a try.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I'm Sam.
I'm Marianne.
It's nice to meet you, Marianne.
Nice to meet you too, Sam.
Wow, Marianne, you rock. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. Good luck. Hope to see you again.
Hope to see you too.
In the battle to fight misinformation, there are two government agencies that do basically the same thing. The Bureau Undermining Misinformation, the new agency dedicated to fighting online misinformation. The Federal Enforcement Division also has an agency fighting misinformation. Why does the government need two? It's that big of a problem. These are some stories.
Charles, get in here.
William, get in here.
Twice demoted.
Have a seat.
I love the sigh. I love the sigh there.
So
let me get this
straight.
You blew up a building with two CIs
and the CEO of 22 and
the
DNA tracing
company.
You know those bum idiots. This is all them. We had a solid case.
A solid case against a CI from another agency? That's the farthest thing from a solid case.
I don't understand why those Fed a-holes are so darn mean. Every time we ask them for simple information, they either stall us or they just never give us anything. We had no idea they were using Jones as a CI. We thought we had a solid case.
It says here we need to pay $5 million of restitution to Mr. Plucky's Egg Emporium? What the actual...
I have no idea what happened. The explosives we provided were fake. The setup was simple. Mr. Plucky's was
accused of bad chicken practices. Our CI had convinced the mark to
go to Mr. Plucky's, let the birds out of the cages, and then blow the facility.
They snuck in, set the bags, and got out. We had planned
to move in before they'd even open one cage. But before we can even get out of the
van, everything went to hell.
This is insane. Please tell me how.
Dr. Fung got mixed into this?
We have no idea. That had to be the bum idiot.
Fed idiots.
About 2 minutes before the building blew up, a limo pulled up, and Dr.
Fong got out, looked around for a few seconds, and then went into the building. We were about to
call off the operation, but with fake explosives, we figured he'd be in
no danger. Look, even if the bags really did have dynamite in them, there was no way
it would have done that much damage. The building had to have been rigged
to blow. That was a professional demolition. We're not even really sure who the guy in the limo was.
We just got the results back from the DNA lab.
So when you asked the Fed guys about Fung, what did they say?
They just denied knowing anything.
Just covering their asses. It honestly makes no sense.
Why would he even be there?
Look, we did everything by the book. We had no idea those bum idiots had the person we were setting up as their CI. It's almost statistically impossible for that to happen.
I have no idea how I'm going to explain this to DC. They're already telling us they're going to cut our budget by only giving us a 5% increase.
And now we have this payout.
We should be splitting that with Fed, shouldn't we?
You would be thinking so, but no, somebody got on the phone first.
Those dirty bastards.
At least I was able to get on the phone first. This is also getting locked down. The highest classified level we have. The only
person who has the clearance to see this is the president. And his biggest concern is
the flavor of ice cream he's getting for dessert. You guys are on thin ice.
And speaking of skating on thin ice, we're all being transferred.
Transferred?
To where?
To where?
The only place currently that has openings. Alaska.
Alaska. All of us got moved. You and I, Federal Agent Gray, and his boss Lucy.
Now get out of here. You have 2 weeks to report to the new office.
I asked for more time, as we were all uprooting our lives. But that's what we get if we want to remain employed here.
Oh, yeah. And they will be paying for the trip, but you are on unpaid leave until you get there.
Don't screw up again, or it's all
our asses. Now get out of my office.
All our asses. I'd have both of you do that.
I love him so. I love him.
I just realized what she was doing too. I didn't.
Oh
yeah. It's funny.
We are investigating the unfortunate events of last week. As you know, there was an explosion at a chicken processing plant. We are working with the management and staff of Mr. Plucky's to ascertain what happened and to retrieve any surveillance. There are a number of rumors about who was on site, and we have nothing to confirm at this time. We are working with local authorities to identify any casualties and will be making announcements through those local authorities. As is always the case with events of this kind, there is a massive disinformation being posted online. Fed, in conjunction with the local bum office, will be aggressively pursuing any and all false information or blatant lies being posted about this event. You may rest assured that your government will protect its citizens from any and all words that are not 100% the truth. Now, we will open this up to questions. Please remember we have some new protocols. I have a lovely button. We all remember what the button is for? Don't make me use the button.
Remember what the button's for, Michael?
Okay.
Not really. It wasn't explained.
Chet Chesley, Alaska Daily Union, Picayune. Do we have any idea what the cause of the explosion was?
We have no idea about the cause of the explosion at this time, but agents are pursuing any leads.
Yes, it does.
Do we have any, was it a terrorist attack?
Do you maybe want to take a shot at rephrasing that question, Chet?
Yes, I do. Do we have any indication at all that this was a deliberate act?
We have no indication at this time that this was a deliberate act.
Britt Butters, BBW News. So, theoretically, if this was intentional, do you have any groups that you're looking at?
We have no indication at this time that this was a deliberate act.
But you can't deny that this could have been a terrorist attack, right?
We have no indication at this time that this was a deliberate act.
Presley Peterson, NPC News. The leader of the fascist right-wing group, the Prideful Dudes, they live in this area. Are they being considered?
He lives about 200 miles away, I believe.
So he is being looked at.
We have no indication at this time that this was a deliberate act.
But you can't deny that either.
We have no indication at this time that this was a deliberate act.
So you can't deny that the Prideful Dudes are behind this. Got it.
Shanley Chatworth, NFS News. What if it was the anarchists dressed up as the Prideful Dudes? Is that something the agency is looking into?
We have no indication at this time that this was a deliberate act.
Hi, Allie Jones, Intelligence Battle Network. What if it was the Prideful Dudes dressed as anarchists, acting like Prideful Dudes? Is that something the Bureau is looking into?
Oh my God.
What would that even accomplish?
Dissimulation.
We have no indication at this time that this was a deliberate act.
Thank you, Obi, SWN. We have a lead that there was at least one undercover agent. Could this have been a sting operation gone awry?
Okay. This is exactly the kind of misinformation that is so dangerous for the public. We have no indication at this time that any government agencies are involved. Thank you very much. This press conference is over. Have a wonderful day.
No, just turn on.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah, you can't just go around accusing people of things without proof.
Didn't you hear? It was clearly a terrorist attack from those despicable Prideful Dudes.
Anarchists. It was the damn anarchists. The simulation.
What? How is your entire line of questioning not accusing someone without proof?
You mean accuse a terrorist cell and not a revered and dedicated public safety organization. You must be new here. You have a lot to learn.
The government will never lie to you. Never. Never tell you a falsity.
It's the old house.
Yeah, it's the old house.
He just looks so safe, you know?
He does. He looks so cute.
He looks so cute.
CIs, or confidential informants, are the lifeblood of any good law enforcement agency.
It's a giant ass bed.
Yeah, right? Kitty cat. He's got the kitty cats looking over him.
Under the rainbow.
Posts on social media are the best way to find CIs.
This is Michael's favorite part.
Bet you it is.
Right there.
Oh, there's a couple of those. Oh, yeah, there's multiple. There.
You know she's working it.
It's for you, Michael.
Wendy picked this song out.
Because I really like this song.
I do. It's very catchy. It's for sleepyhead.
That's a comfy bed.
I was like, that's us, Michael. It's Wendy.
It is Wendy.
I just love the rainbow.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Oh, right there. Was that yours?
I love the confused look.
Yeah, right.
This is a catchy tune.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody remembers this scene.
I do very well.
Right there.
I can smoke more.
Unfortunate events of last week. As you know, there was an explosion at a chicken processing plant. We are working with the management and staff of Mr. Plucky's to ascertain what happened and to retrieve any surveillance. There are a number of rumors about who was on site. As is always the case with events of this kind, there is a massive disinformation being posted online. You may rest assured that your government will protect its citizens from any and all words that are not 100% the truth. Now, we will open this up to questions.
Do we have any idea what the cause of the explosion was?
We have no idea about the cause of the explosion at this time. The agents are pursuing any leads.
Was it a terrorist attack?
We have no indication at this time that this was
I love this part. This is what makes the movie.
Do you have any proof? We have no indication at this time that this was a
Such a
deliberate act.
beautiful
You
take.
can't deny that this could have been a terrorist attack, right?
Oh, just wait.
We
I
have
got
no indication at this time.
explaining that to
this
Michael
was a
earlier,
deliberate
but
act. The leader of the fascist right-wing group, the
gotta go over this.
Prideful Dudes, they live in this area. Are they being considered? He lives about
I love
200
that.
miles away, I believe.
That's some coarse
So he is
toast.
being
Yeah, it's has a nice crunchy
no
toast.
indication at this
It's
time
crunchy toast.
that this was a deliberate act.
About 10
What
grit.
if it was the Prideful Dudes dressed as anarchists, acting
super
like
gritty
Prideful
toast.
Dudes? That's something the Bureau is looking into.
What would that even accomplish?
The simulation.
Thank you. We have a lead.
Crunchy toast.
I wonder if she's seen this yet.
Operation gone awry.
I don't know.
Okay.
even sounds funny.
This is exactly the kind of misinformation that is so dangerous for the public. We have no indication at this time
more Toast
that
Crunch.
any government agencies are involved. Thank you very much. This press conference is over. Have a wonderful day.
This is very awkward texting on her tablet.
Yeah, I know, right?
Tar.
Angry texting. Oh.
Here we go. Go to Hackerland.
The Wachowski brothers.
Oh, is this the Matrix?
Two bears.
Jeez, yeah, look at you next to that bear. You can take him, Michael.
Yeah, real easy.
There's Benji.
Oh yeah, of course. Got to have my cameraman and film crew and.
Yep.
No.
What?
Somehow this at one point said the producer was Northland Production Company, but it fell off. So, oh well.
Oh no.
If that's the worst thing that's going to happen, then by God.
Yeah, you know who produced it.
As I explained to Michael, do you remember when we filmed this scene in the kitchen?
Right, yeah.
So
and I was reading it.
You were reading it, yes. And so I couldn't use any of that sound.
No, you couldn't.
So because you were reading the script, and so I'm like, oh no. So all of the toast scraping and everything, that's all created.
Yeah.
It's so great.
It's about 200 miles away, I believe.
Solid toasting.
We have no
That's a big accomplishment. If just to say,
I just need to know about the toast.
This toast scraping is a big part of this whole production, man.
I love it.
At this time, that this was a deliberate act. What if it?
Oh my goodness. What do you think?
I absolutely love it.
And I think I need more.
Yeah, right. Definitely want to watch more. That's how I'm feeling.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, no, it's such a relief.
Such a proud moment.
Yeah, no, exactly.
This is yours. Cool. You created this. This is just really, really big.
Well, but I really appreciate everything that you guys have put into this too, because you guys have been a big part of this as well. And so
yeah, we could put in time and energy and effort and blood into stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We got that still.
Office supplies,
yeah. We're still working on
we're
still working on getting an auctioned off police car for the show. So we got dreams.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Yes, we need need a police car.
Well, I'm just hoping we're at now that we're getting closer to the finished product, that it was as close to initial concept as you had in mind when you were putting your vision together for this.
Right.
It really. So yeah, let me go back and share a little bit of this, so we can talk about that. The opening scene. This part with the bouncing back and forth between these guys.
Those bum idiots.
That's an original concept that you had.
We had a solid case.
A solid case.
We had no idea they were using Jones as a CI. We thought we had a solid case.
It says here we need to pay $5 million of...
Our CI had convinced the Mark to
go to Mr. Plucky's, let the birds out of the cages, and then
the bouncing back and forth. That was so. Yeah, and I don't even know where it came from. I'm just like, that was what I pictured, and the way it came out.
Yeah, it was such an interesting concept. I would have never thought to approach something like that, but it was
Right.
I think it's very smart.
Yeah, it's like two people having they're basically having the same conversation because, but they're having the same conversation and they're getting, some of the same feedback from their bosses. Yeah, it was like, that's how I saw that scene. And it worked out pretty well, I think, actually. I think it worked.
Yeah. And we hadn't even intended for me to be in the show except for to be a small, like I was supposed to do the press conference initially, but
yep.
Then we needed another female actor, and it was like, oh, I guess I'll be the show. So I ended up being a different character.
I'm the one here.
Yeah, right. Well, I guess I'll do it, But yeah, things that we weren't, though, that wasn't planned.
Right, that wasn't planned exactly. So, like, not just these scenes, but like, what is there anything that kind of stands out? You guys stands out from? I mean, it's been so long. We've been through so many things. I mean, it's just.
I know that you had always wanted the old guard and the new guard, so that was an original concept to have that feeling, and.
But is there anything like during the filmings and during the stuff? What
Oh,
are
yeah.
some of the things that like stand out to you that you have distinct memories of, or
Well, I remember definitely that long day of shooting, when we had the press conference people there, and
oh yeah,
I was like, that was a very long day of shooting, but that was very, very fun. And I remember like how big that room actually was compared to what it looks like. And just all the different locations that we shot. And funny enough, when I'm watching it, I can almost see like me on the sidelines going, or Michael, covered in mosquitoes by my mom's house going, with the boom mic.
Right.
So I can feel us on set when I'm watching it. That's what I still, and I'm sure that'll probably dissipate after several years. But right now it's just so fresh that I feel like I can tell you what's going on behind the scenes as we are filming it.
Or as they're filming in a different office room, and we're just all out on the other side, just biding time, waiting for us to have something to do. And here, of course, Rob comes out because he was on monitor. Guys, I can hear you in there.
Yeah,
oh, that's right.
Many times,
yeah.
It's like, come on, be quiet.
Then, of course, we had our kids on set because where else are you going to do with them? So you have kids running around, and no, it was a fun day of filming. Definitely love that it's in the past as a memory rather than an upcoming work for me to do again. You know what I mean? It's like, I think I'd like shooting and filming if I didn't have anything else in my life. Like if I went away and for 3 months only shot a film and that was my only thing that I was working on, I could get into it. I could love it. And I love it, but it's hard when you can't appreciate the awesomeness of it because it's wedged in between two different life things in the same day. It's almost like a boop, 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 blip.
Oh, yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. It doesn't feel special. Whereas like, like I'm looking at my hair. I'm like, oh, why didn't I do my hair? I'm like, because I didn't have time. We had to shoot and film and go.
And film is so much more time consuming than stage.
Yeah.
I mean, stage, you could set your rehearsals from 2 to 4 at this location, and assuming everyone shows up on time, you do your rehearsal, you're done. With film, we got to set up lights, we got to set up camera, we got to choose our angles, this and that, and hair and makeup, and they're not ready yet, and
sit and wait.
Bring a book.
But you're right that there is it's a lot more physically demanding filming than it is or it's just different. I mean, but yeah, different.
It's just, yeah, it is different.
If I'm rehearsing, let's say, a physical comedy, that's I'm running around doing pratfalls and everything. That's obviously exhausting, but it gets different.
Mm-hmm.
But this is more of a mental exhaustion, I think. Filming is, where it's just you're there for so long, and then you end up finding out that everything you did was on the cutting room floor.
Yeah,
like Kevin Costner in The Big Chill, or any other actor who, like, it's like, wait, no, I filmed so much.
Why did I do 27 takes? Were they rehearsal? You only used one.
Right. And it was the first take.
It was the first one.
It was the first one.
We were
No,
just
you weren't even, like you said, you weren't even really going to be in the first batch of it. If we would, ever do get to continue, and would have been in some of those other.
Right. Well, I think that this is a way better.
Jody,
what?
When you run your hand up and down the thing, it comes through as a low force buzz.
Oh.
Your finger when you run it up and down
I heard
here.
you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Fine.
like, what is
Take
that
my
noise?
fidget toy away. Take my
What
fidget
is that
toy.
noise? I was trying to figure out what the noise was, and I'm like, oh wait, I see it now. I'm gonna get you a fidget spinner. I'm gonna get you a fidget spinner then.
Well, I used to like play with my this, and then I couldn't touch my cord, and I had things. I need things to keep me entertained. What's
Sorry,
that?
I derailed you too. I derailed your.
Is Michael doing it now?
Doing what?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's doing it.
Oh, he's playing with the. Oh my God! Yes, you're doing it now.
That smile. Only for mischief.
Yeah, like I was saying, if we get to continue on, then.
Well, I think we're a lot closer to that dream with having this to say, hey, Michael, stop it.
Yeah.
America, just glare at Michael. All of us collectively, let's just glare at Michael.
Mm-hmm. My goodness, Michael had his all his fun stuff for the 4th today. So.
Yeah, let's see what Michael has. So there's old George.
I went kind of low budget on the decorations this year. It's kind of hard to read this one, but it's Mayor Quimby says, I declare USA Cold War champs. And then, of course, we have old Jack.
Moon landing, first place.
First place.
First place.
Yeah. And, of course, good old,
Yeah.
No tax on tea.
Like it.
All right, so Michael.
Yes.
What is there any like scenes or times that we filmed or anything? What are some of the memories that stand out for you?
Oh, it was the behind the scenes stuff, mostly setting up the sets and whatnot. The office scene that's coming up in the next episodes.
You guys building the office scene, yeah.
Well, we had to teach ourselves how to put the modular furniture to work.
Right.
Which was trial and error.
It was so crazy.
Lots of error. And then there was danger.
Oh, we're installing everything upside down.
Right.
Oh, right.
Oh, these are support beams. Well, those are helpful.
I can't believe that. Yeah, these are supposed to go like this, and this supports that. And when you do it like that, it's so much more sturdier.
And it all fits.
We did. We had it when we had it built. We had it built the one way, and it's like wobbly, and it's like I think that might fall over and hit somebody.
How does anyone work in an office like this? And then just what mostly me, but we did to ourselves just to accomplish this, like that lot of basically a broken down municipal office for $35.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Which was actually a 15-foot U-Haul truck and a half.
Yeah.
Worth of stuff.
Yeah, that was a fun story. Michael goes and buys, wins a bid. An office, a literal office. And then he has gotten himself into a situation where he's like, oh God, I need help. So luckily, Robbie and his friend showed up and were able to help.
Luckily, Robbie and his friend had a job where they were able to just drop whatever they were doing.
Come over and do it.
Yeah.
That was a crazy phone call. I get a phone call from Michael and he's like, I need help. And I can hear it in his voice immediately. He's like, I really need help. And I'm like, what? He's like, dude, and it was like,
You know how excited you were about all that office? Well, it's coming around.
And it was funny because it was like the different edges of emotions. Like it was, this is awesome. I can't wait to show you this, but oh my God, this is a whole lot of stuff. And I don't know how I'm going to get it all back to the store.
I've got my 10-year-old and a van.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're like, okay, dude, we'll be right there. And we did. And then we spent all night. Okay. So Jody, I want you to take yourself back to that time.
Okay.
And you come into the old store.
Mm-hmm.
And your entire studio is full of panels and metal pieces. And what was your reaction when you walked in to see your entire studio?
Organized.
Right.
Just thrown in there.
Yeah. I didn't take it so well. I think rage is my first emotion. I couldn't understand his logic just with the amount of rage I had against him. And just this, like, this is my studio. No, and it was everywhere.
$35.
And then we had to move it out of the store when we closed that store, and half of it sat in our house for a year and a half, and it was just like, too much, dude, too much.
$35.
But we got a lot of use out of that 35. Still getting a lot of use out of that 35. But yeah, I'm talking the amount of stuff we still have.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here is part of that $35. So
we still have so many panels. Oh, many.
And support beams.
Oh, yeah. Not so many desks, though. You don't have many desks left.
They were heavy. I got rid of them.
Those desk pieces were heavy as hell.
That was the other thing, was that everything was just so heavy and old and dangerous. You could lose your fingers in some of that stuff. So no, I've never been happy.
There beating it with mallets, but it really helped. It really helped for the.
No, I've never, in our whole marriage, anytime Michael has succeeded, initially I'm upset. Because Michael has started in a way that's the Michael start way, and is not the Jody start way.
Okay,
and
I gotcha.
I have to come along, and usually I'm not happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jody wouldn't have thought of like building an office for the scene. She'd talk to a friend. Hey, can we use your office after hours as a set?
Totally.
Right.
I wouldn't build a scene.
Which we ended up doing, but I think, and you'll see when we get to that episode, which will be at some point next week, you'll see that it kind of works for those guys because it looks different than like a really nice office, right? It doesn't look like a really nice office. It looks like
straight like out of 1992
government office, and so I think it really, the
286 PC.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, exactly.
Might as well be a rotary phone.
I don't know. I don't think you saw it. This. Show you the thumbnail. The thumbnail that I put together. I realized when I got here and uploading, I started to upload the show. And I'm like, didn't make a thumbnail. Damn it. What am I? Oh no. So I pulled up the opening scene.
Uh-huh.
You're not sharing. Oh, well, normally.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm prefacing the story first and rearranging everything, and now I'm going to share. So I threw this together today.
I like it.
Right? I do too. I think it looks pretty good. Mistakes were made, and then because I was just going to use you, Jody. My first idea was just to use you, and I was like, I went through, and I've got so much to choose from because I've got all the film, right? I've got all the outtakes. I got cameras were running. I mean, I've got so much that I could use, but I'm like, this picture with your eyebrow raised and like I'm scrolling through it and I'm like rolling just the frame by frame and I can see your eyebrow going up.
I was going to say that's a very different Jody looking face.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. And so I'm like, that's cool.
I really like this. This almost looks like an Alaskan political play or something. You know what I mean?
Right. So then I'm like, okay, well, why don't I grab a picture?
No,
of
I mean,
everybody?
Jamie looks fantastic and Robbie. I mean, because the men look like they're in trouble and the women are just mad as hell.
Right. No, exactly. So I kind of captured the essence.
I think so. They're off on a boat to Alaska. Look at Mark. He's like,
I know.
I know.
He's so concerned.
I love him.
I'm so concerned. Oh man,
this is wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm like, all right, let me just throw this, and just for throwing it together because I didn't have one. I'm like, oh shoot, I don't have a thumbnail. I about to create a thumbnail real fast. So we did create a thumbnail real quick.
So if people were interested in supporting our show and wanting to give us funds, how would they do that?
You could donate to the Michael Clark Foundation. The Michael Clark Foundation.
Don't listen to him. Keep going, Robbie.
What we're saying.
You could.
So on the YouTube.
On the tube of Youb?
On the tube of Youb. In the, I believe. That's a good question, Jody.
It is a good question.
In the comments of the first episode, there is a link that has all of our locations. So the biggest way to help us is, first off, is just to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Rumble channel and everything. I mean, that's the biggest support we could use right now.
Your actual likes and eyes on the show.
And I mean, that's the biggest thing. But in the YouTube channel, under Mistakes Were Made, there is a link tree link, and I will show that to you right now. So yes, Linktree/Mistakes Were Made, and it's linktree.ee/Mistakes Were Made, and it looks like this. Or something else. Let's see. Yes, it looks like that, and that's got everything. There's our YouTube channel. There's our locals channel, where you can sign up for a free account, but you can also choose to support us, with a little monthly thing. Then we're on Rumble, we're on X, we're on Twitch, and our Instagram,
and
yeah,
that's where you make the real money.
We do have it. We did actually. I started an OnlyFans, and then everybody has to sign a complete release form, and so I never really took it very far. But and we have a Patreon, which I can't get into right now, but I've got an email into them. But anyway, then you can donate to these links down here. If you just want to send us money, we'll take it.
We'll take it. I mean, yeah, but
Take
it's
it every day.
subscriptions and likes.
The subscriptions to YouTube, to Rumble, on X are the biggest thing right now. It's trying to get our numbers up, and then we can get, you know, memberships and stuff on YouTube. That's going to be the biggest part of this, and you know, just sharing it out too. Just if you share our video, share it on Facebook, share it on X, share it on YouTube, share it however, you know, just share out the video. That's the biggest thing right now, is just getting eyeballs, just getting this out there in
the world.
The world, correct.
Planet Earth. Oh, I keep doing it. Oh, golly.
I keep hearing it too.
I know, because I'm like, la, la, la. You can tell every time I realize that I'm doing it.
Oh my goodness.
Hands up, Cowboy.
Yeah, I mean, just such an exciting day. I mean, it really is.
I've been looking forward to it.
And not only that, we set a goal for the deadline and actually achieved it.
Hey, Rob achieved it.
Right.
Yep. You're right.
No, we absolutely did. We achieved it.
Did you feel rushed?
No, that's the thing.
Nice.
Not really. I did not.
Which
feel
means you set an
rushed.
achievable goal.
Right.
Yeah, no. And I, you know, I when we set the goal, and it was a while back that we set it. I felt like I could do it. And then when I went through everything, I realized I was even farther along than I thought I was. So, I mean, that helped. And then a couple weeks ago, I sat down and I went through every single piece. Kat sat there with me, and we went through every single scene, you know, every single scene that I've got recorded. And you know, I've shared this because I've done some of it on live stream, right? Like I'm editing on the live stream, right? Like I'm doing a live stream and I'm editing, and so I've got this thing up.
Full disclosure, Kat probably doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
No, right.
For as much time and effort as she put
That
in.
is true. You're right.
So
She's certainly
actually-
the silent partner.
100%. 100%.
Whoa.
100%. 100%. That's like 99 and 99. So I guess I haven't really updated the sheet, but you know, this is kind of like my running sheet. And then I realized, so it's like the Fed,
I'm helping Benji.
Oh, I gotcha. So like the Fed Day 1 scene, I realized that I kind of left it, Michael, like it's funny because you know the whole part about we need a surveillance van, and you're like, I don't want to call Earl or anything, and he's like, well, we need okay. That wasn't in there. It's like I went to look at the Fed Day 1 thing, and I'm like, why doesn't that exist? Why didn't I put that in there?
You got to go rebuild the office.
Yeah, no, I had it recorded. I just hadn't popped it into the recording yet. And so it was just little things like that, but I was quite far along. And then I realized, so, you know, this one, I still got to do the beeps on this one. I'm going to get that done this weekend, but I mean, tough for me to edit and watch myself, right? And I don't know how you feel about it. You probably, I mean, when you do the Carmine stuff, do you kind of just separate yourself from it, or?
Well, there's a point where I don't care, because Carmine's supposed to be, you know, sort of not goofy, but a goofball, or
right.
You know, there is a point where it's Fat Man Falls Down, but I am, you know, a little critical of how I look or something like that. And then I just have to remind myself that I'm acting. So,
right.
You know, I don't, I don't seriously think that this furniture was made by ancient Egyptians or anything like that, even though Carbine's playing it off that it is. So
It'll be no
it doesn't matter.
There'll be no scripts the day of the play.
Well, there was while I was editing our scene, the me and the motor pool guy scene, and then you remember when it's like I'm doing the iPad and the iPad's not on.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's a test. And I'm like, and you passed. And then you're like, what kind of test is it? And I did this thing where I go, well, it's just a thing. And then it's like, and you wouldn't understand. It's like, I actually laughed about it. I'm like, okay, so this isn't too bad of a, I didn't do too bad of an acting job, because you are your own worst critic, right? You are your own worst critic. And so I was not looking forward to editing myself. I did it the very last, and then I'm like, well, that wasn't too bad of a job, Rob. You did okay. You did okay, buddy.
Yeah, the director was okay with it.
But yeah, but when I was like, you just don't. I'm like, that's actually kind of funny. So, yeah, yeah, there's so much coming too, guys. Oh my God,
Well,
there's so much coming. Really, it's just, this whole thing is really good. I mean, I'm trying not to sound conceited, but it's just, I just, there's so much funny shit in here.
Yeah, I think
all of these scenes just got so much freaking, and some of it's, I mean, it's funny, but it's also critical, and it's also tells a, makes some points, and so it's got there's a lot of depth. I just feel like there's a lot of depth to everything, and so I'm looking forward to sharing everything that we've done. This is
I always
like first.
I always like to bury my one-liners and jokes about 3 layers deep, but then I often worry about, are people going to catch that?
Oh, right. No, exactly.
Right.
Because a lot of times on film, you actually have to make it plainly obvious for the viewer to catch it.
No, there is some of that in here too. There's some of that buried stuff in here too. Like, I know it is. I just can't think of it right now.
Yeah,
it's there,
like certain things that should be common knowledge, or are in the mainstream on the tip of everyone's tongue, so you could slyly reference it, and then after in post production, like, dude, no one's gonna get that.
Oh, like Michael with that freaking People magazine with the Taylor Swift on the cover with the eyes cut out of it. And and he's like, and then I did this little voiceover for it that is so freaking funny.
I was like, I want to be watching more.
Oh yeah, you can't wait. We're gonna so I'm actually I think we're gonna go and we're gonna watch some more of it. And I'm thinking probably Monday I'm gonna put out episode 2. I'm just not gonna wait. I'm just gonna put it out. I'm just gonna get the stuff out there. I probably Monday.
You left us to this cliffhanger here.
He did.
What cliffhanger is that?
I was just making that up.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, no, it's a cliffhanger. I don't know.
All right. Well, this was a huge day for us.
So this is
That's
awesome.
all. Give yourself a round of applause.
So I'll be back on Tuesday. I'm going to stream on Tuesday. I'm going to release a show on Monday and stream on Tuesday. How's that sound?
Love it. That sounds great.
All right.
All right.
All right. Peace out. Thank you. Who do we?
4th of July.
America.
Yeah. All right. So Agent Walker, Agent Gray, or Agent Miller? Which one do we go out with? Not Miller.
Walker.
Toner. Go out with Walker. All right. That is outro. Okay. Agent Walker. It's just thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the support.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Thanks for hanging with us, and let's take this to the moon now. Let's go.
Poor Alice.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Introducing Agent Charles Walker from the Federal Enforcement Division, or Fed.
Misinformation is getting to be a very serious problem. It really interferes with what we are trying to do.
And what are you trying to do?
Excellent question. I'm afraid that's classified. You don't have the clearance.
Agent Walker is always a team player and appreciates the efforts of his colleagues.
You know those bum idiots. This is all them. We had a solid case.
Agent Walker is a master interrogator and would never take things out of context to influence an interview.
My cousin Mindy is the bomb. I'm just seeing a lot of incendiary and violent language here. Somebody could see a call to action in these words.
A call to action for what?
Well, you tell us. They're your words. You wrote them.
Agent Walker, a calm, patient presence in the fight against misinformation.
These people can't even do stuff that's actually good enough for government work.